Hello everyone, and welcome back to our video series on using WeVideo. On this particular segment, we're really going to focus on some advanced methods to incorporate video shots into your WeVideos, into your movies, right? So we already talked a lot about adding still images. So in this video, I really want to focus on actually adding some video files. Now, what's nice about WeVideo, it will let you incorporate multiple video file formats, whether it be an MP4 or a WEBM or some other ones that are out there, AVIs. So there's really a lot of great opportunities there and options for you. And like anything you do with WeVideo, you have to get your video, right, onto your project here, into your media, right? So this is your media folder, right? And we've already talked in earlier videos how to make folders, right? And how to organize your media. And I have some media just that's still sitting out here that's not organized. So you can see both examples. Then I have some folders of media that's actually organized. And, so you can kind of get a sense of all of that. And any shared media is really, if I'm part of a shared project, and this is project media that's just for this particular project. So you can kind of have everything organized. There's actually nothing in there at this point. So you can organize your media in different ways. All right. So again, if you're going to grab a media file, a video file, you need to click import the media, and then you can select it from multiple places. Right here, right to your drive, some other areas, even Dropbox and Facebook. If you click browse to select, it'll go to the file structure of whatever machine. Chromebook, so my file structure looks like this. If it was a Windows machine or a Mac, it certainly would be a little bit different. But I had all these video files that we're working on for World War I project. These are right from the National Archives. So I just clicked on one, and I don't want to do this again. Well, I'll start it. I'll open up one of these, okay? And it's going to now take a long time. It's going to appear in here, and this is a long video, so it's going to take some time to actually, get onto the actual media on my Chromebook or really on the project of WeVideo. What's nice is that once you upload it here, if you log on to WeVideo from any other device, it will also be there. So it's really housed on WeVideo servers, which is a really nice function. So you can see that I have another clip here that's still working on being processed. It's about 21 minutes long. So it's uploaded, but you can see it's kind of got these lines at the bottom here. Make that a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see that it's actually processing the video. This one over here, it's uploading it right now. Okay, if you click on video status, it shows you what's really going on with your own videos. And oftentimes too, you can actually go back and look at how much time it's going to take you to get that other media uploaded. So I go back to my media. You'll see that there's some media being processed, and there's the import process button right down here, status bar. If I go view details, it says these are uploaded, but they're being processed. They're being sort of converted to the best format for WeVideo, and they're being housed on WeVideo servers. Okay, so that's really how that works. Okay, so let's get back to my video projects here, and let me go back to my projects. And I was just working on this video test one, and I really didn't make any video edits yet. Okay, so let me get back to this. So here we are back on the timeline. While we're waiting for those videos to kind of process, I really want to show you some really cool things that WeVideo has added here. There's the start section now where you can start searching for content. It's been defaulting towards space, but I can search really any kind of content I want that might be related to my subject area. So I can search anything. Let me just search maybe like Washington. Okay, let's see what comes up. All right, let's see if we get any good Washington hits. And right now it's all, so I'm getting actually some videos of the Washington Monument, all right? So I can search all. I can search just images, all right? So this is kind of neat. These are all commercial free for use. I can also search just audio files, New York City, Washington Square Park. That's kind of interesting. And we'll look at more advanced audio features later. But since this video is really mostly about videos itself, let's look at that. So this is kind of neat. So there's a lot of really cool things from the Washington Monument and different parts about different parts of Washington DC, obviously. So we'll just pick one of these, which I think is just kind of neat. There's Washington DC at night. It doesn't really matter. George Washington Monument, and you can actually save it. You can make it a heart, so then you can filter all your hearted ones. And I only have one so far. Okay, and let me go back to that one where we found it. And now again, you just take your video clip and you drag it onto the timeline. Now, what's really important again is the order you put videos on your timeline. Remember, we can always add more video tracks. I can go click plus, and I can go to a third video track. I can keep on doing that, but everything works in terms of the bottom up, meaning that this will now be my background image, my background video. If I wanted to add text over the video or annotations over the video, those would be put on top of it, and then you would see text on the video. Okay, so that's important. So we can actually play this, and I'm not really sure what we're going to play. Looks like there's no audio to it. It's just sort of a clip of the George Washington Monument there. You know, not all that exciting, but you get the sense of it. Now, again, we can do some things with this, like we can with all video tracks. I can, go to plus, right? And I can sort of make it, I'm not making the video longer, I'm just making my view longer so I can manipulate it more. Okay. I can also take more videos and I can add them next to it, right? So you can actually have multiple video clips, just like you would with anything. And now I can certainly add transitions if I really want to make that look a little bit different. I could always shorten a clip this way by just dragging it down like this. And now it's only going to play that much of the clip. It won't play the whole clip, right? So you can always do that. You can never make it longer than what it originally was. So this one was about 19 seconds, and I can drag it, and I really can't go beyond that part. It was only a 15-second clip. So that's as far as I can go with it, all right? Once you click on a video, you can also adjust things, right? Open the clip editor. You can do your fade options, and there's always special clip effects. All right. So we can scale this down, right? We can make it smaller, and this might be kind of useful if you want to you can actually position multiple videos on the same part of your actual video. All right. So, we can kind of play around with that just so we can get a sense of it. So I can make that. So all I need to do is just drag this on top, right? So see how that video now is on top of that video. And basically if I did the same thing to this video and I edited it and I did the scale of it, right? I just changed it a little bit. Now we can actually drag that video over here. All right, so you can put multiple videos on the same part of your WeVideo. So you can have, 4 different things playing, or as many as you want, really, I guess, at the same time. So see, as this is going on, you have multiple things happening at the same time, which is kind of neat. Okay. Again, you can rotate your videos. You can position your videos. You can do animation effects on a video. So if I was on this video, certainly I could do the start, I could do the end, I could do that panning, zooming, just like you can do with a still, with the exact same thing. Your color levels and your brightnesses. We're going to get to color keying later. Slower or faster, which is kind of fun. You can do a slow motion, you can slow it down, or you can speed up your video, which is really just a lot of fun to actually play with that. So there's just some really kind of neat things you can do here on your videos. There are some special effects, which are kind of neat. Sometimes the vintage is kind of neat, and we can apply that. And now all of a sudden that video, when we play it, it's going to look a little older. Not the best video to actually show you that, but give it more of an older effect to it. So you can kind of play around with some of your effects. And there's your fade in and fade out if you really wanted to. All right. And that's really kind of the main gist of what we're doing here with videos in that respect. All right, let me get that back over here because I wanted to do some different things with it. Let me go see. I want to see if my media is finished uploading, the one I was working on. So, let's see if we can still manipulate it. So I have the shots of World War I, and this is a really long video, as you can kind of see. And let's just do for an example what's going to happen here. Remember, our background videos, see, this is so big, it's taking over of everything, and it's not really showing any other videos on top of it. All right, so that's fine. We could mess around with that later. Let me actually just delete these. I'm going to get these out of here for now. All right, because I want to only work with this video. Okay. So I'm going to bring this down my video 1. Now this is long. This is like a 21-minute video. And again, maybe you don't want that much. So I'm going to make my timeline a little smaller down here at the bottom, moving the slider. So now I see all 21 minutes in one screen. So say I knew exactly where I wanted this to go. Now these are old black and white vintage videos. There's no sound to them. But say I knew I really wanted to start, here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this little clipping tool. So I just clipped this video at that point. Now I'm going to maybe fast forward a little bit here, and maybe I knew I really wanted to stop here. Right? So I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to clip it. I'm going to highlight it so my video areas in orange. It moves a little bit when you do that, so you got to be careful. You might have to move your slider back a little bit carefully and slowly to get to where you want. And now that it's orange, I can manipulate it. I'm going to do the little kind of split it. All right. And basically at this point now, I can do this multiple times, and I can delete these other clips. So you might have like a 20 or 30-minute clip, and you want to you kind of cut it up a little bit. You can do that right within the WeVideo editor, which I think is really kind of nice. So maybe I don't want this big clip either, and I'll just delete it. All right. So I'll just go back and I'll delete that there. So now I got this one clip. So there you go. So now you have one clip that you have, and you can have a lot of fun with it. All right. Now, other things that we talked about adding text over images, which you can always do. All right. Again, I can go to different annotations here, right? And I can like bring in perhaps even like a lower third on this video, right? Whoops, didn't really do that well. Let me do it again. All right, I could bring it in over here, and we'll see what happens when we play it. We'll play a little bit. And we might have to adjust the order of things. All right, so it's actually going to show that lower third. Okay, so we're going to wait till it gets to that point. And here it comes. Dun, dun, dun. And let's see here. There's a lower third, right? So see, now all you need to do is just, let me make this a little bit bigger so we can see our lower third. And now all you need to do is just open it up. And now you can like annotate this. So we can say like, World War I, bum, bum, bum. And we can add some secondary text if we really wanted to. We can change the colors. We can change, transformer. We can change the scale of it, make it a little bit bigger, make it a little bit smaller. Done editing. So we can put, motion titles and graphics right over a video itself, not just still images. And that goes for any of your annotations, right? So call outs, you can add call outs and arrows over a video if you want to really point something out, which is really kind of nice. If you go back to your, motion titles and so forth and more, there's also some of just the simple ones that are just simple text, which would be right over the video itself. Okay, so you can have a lot of fun with that and really manipulate it as you like. So that's something that you should really consider when you're working with video. Okay, now the other thing I really want to show you is sometimes there's video that you might get from YouTube or some other places, and we'll talk about that momentarily at the very end here. What do you do if the video actually has sound on it? And maybe you want the sound, maybe you don't. So I'm going back to my media files. I'm going back to my Trenton example, and I have this Hessians marching video. All right, and as I remember, I believe this video, let me get rid of that lower third. Okay, let me just delete that if I can do it. There we go. And I'm going to play this. And I might have already deleted the video out of this, all right, the audio. So sorry about that. So I'm looking really at what I want to do. Let me actually pause this for a second. Let me bring in this one. And I'm looking for, hope I don't have my audio muted, but I was looking for videos that actually have an audio presence in it. They actually have some sound to it. So I can kind of show you what happens when you have that. Okay, so here, there's another one. There we go. So here,
Congress asked each of the United States to declare a day of prayer.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to do some adjustments. Okay, so I'm going to do some adjustments of this. And now you see that because this video has audio on it, we can do some things to it. So oftentimes students make mistakes and their audio levels are really loud when they import video. It doesn't match up with the audio of their own voiceover. That's a problem. So you can adjust the audio levels to a lower pitch, to a lower volume, I should say, not pitch, Or what's really nice, if you want the student just to talk over the video, or if you want to talk over the video, you can mute it. All right, so I can just actually go done editing, and now I can play that video, and now all we get is the video, right? So if I go back, I could just double click on that, and I actually unmute it, and we play.
His prayers.
I've lowered the audio level on this. Okay, so that's kind of a nice feature. And again, all the other features are there: the scale, the animations there, the brightness, so forth. We'll get the color keying later. The range of everything in terms of the slowness, fast forwarding, and you can kind of have that. So that's something that you should really keep in mind in terms of manipulating an audio clip that you want to do, is lowering that audio level, especially if you got it from like YouTube or something and it's just too loud. Okay. Now, what about YouTube? So again, we found some videos here that WeVideo has, but oftentimes students may want to take a clip from a YouTube video. So what I have here for you is, and I will put this link also on the video. We're using this in my World War I presentations, and I'm going to actually go to another document of how to capture YouTube videos really on a Chrome browser. Okay, so let me actually open up this tab and link in a new tab here. So I have this, and this is actually a Google Doc that I made that gives you screenshots actually how to do this. So there's a lot of YouTube video downloaders out there, and some are good, some aren't so good in terms of adding malware and bloatware to your computer. So I like the ones that work great in my Chrome browser, so I don't have to really worry about that. And one of the easiest ways to do this is if you are on the URL. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. So if you have a YouTube video and you're in Chrome and you're on the URL, and all you do is type in SS in front of the Y in YouTube. And when you do that, depending on what machine you're on, things might happen. If you're on a PC, this screen will pop up, and all you do is click on this link, download video in the browser, and it will then come up with this dialog box. And if I actually click on this, it'll give you some options of what you actually want to download. Do you want an MP4? Do you want to add what video quality level, 720? There's different options depending on the video. Sometimes there's also the option just to download the soundtrack only, an MP3 file, not a video file of that particular YouTube video. So that's really nice. If you're on a Chromebook, it goes right to this, okay? It skips this one, all right, up here. All right, so that's how you actually do it, and then you just save the YouTube video right to your Chromebook or your PC. So those video files, these are all I got from the National Archives site. So then now I can bring them into WeVideo, I can clip them up, and I can manipulate them, and my students are doing some similar work with that as well. Okay, so that's what I wanted to actually show you there. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. Let me get back to my browser here. Okay, and that's some of the major aspects of working with videos on WeVideo. So a lot of options there, a lot of fun. I think it's great to have students even bring in their own videos if they made it themselves. We'll get to that a little bit later. Some green screen aspects coming up soon. Okay, well, thank you so much for all your help today, and I'm glad, hope you enjoy this, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.